Amnian Nights Monkey recaps. Fifth take. This is fifth take. Monkey, go.
We started off by swimming through an icy tunnel full of cold, frigid water. We found a secret hidden cache. We found some gold. We found a mysterious chest filled with snow. Obsidian tipped the chest upside down. Snow fell out, as did a large egg that was clearly a dragon egg, and it smashed. So that was a great start to the session. We went and fought some frost spider things, and Sirei almost got herself absolutely chomped. We then slowly moved on to the final room of this little dungeon, where there was the giant yeti that we were searching for and his two ogre minions, which were on a big circular platform hovering over a very large drop. We very luckily managed to avoid getting thrown off the precipice until right at the end, when Obsidian managed to fall off. Fortunately, there was water below and he did not splat and die, which is what we were fearful of. We killed the yeti, harvested some of its fur, and started to make our way home. And I think we're coming back just as we have finished up in that town and portaled our way back to Athkatla.
Yes, you pop up outside the Adventurers Guild, summoned by Megira, fussily.
And feeling weirdly powerful.
So strangely powerful.
Like 3 out of 3 powerful.
3 out of 3, not 3 out of 20.
I suppose so. That's not that powerful.
So,
strangely, I do not feel powerful at all. I still feel like it too.
Oh yeah, we have it ready to import. We can do that on the break. It now exists. The information you're looking for. Yes, there is that sensation of landing, feet on the ground again, and you see Megira stood in front of you. The warmth has it's almost sickening for a moment, just being going from that complete cold to the rather temperate climate of Athkatla. But yeah, Megira has stood there, a hand on a scroll, which you see now just disintegrate. Whether spell was just cast, having used up the scroll, and looks between you all. I trust that you were successful.
Just show her the Yeti's head inside the bag.
Ah, very good. Vonim. Hello. A pleasure to meet you. And without another word, Megira, I suppose you will all be rather thirsty and have tales to tell. And she just heads
I could use a
straight into the building.
Yeah. Were you following? Yeah.
GM, are there 2 of me?
Say again?
Are there 2 of me?
No, where's the other one of you?
Up at the band
I don't know
in
why
the corner?
I don't know why one's on the stage. No.
Okay.
Who knows what the hell happened there? Yeah, walking into the Adventurers Guild tavern, you see Asha sat at the bar, looking like she has been in enthusiastic conversation with Mila, and both just sort of turn and see you as you arrive.
Asha, darling, where have you been?
Where have you been? I'm glad you survived.
Oh, come on. It's only a little Yeti.
Yeah,
Look who
no,
you're talking
clearly
to
I
here.
was not invited. It's cool, it's cool.
I mean, you were
It's
invited,
wonderful.
but you clearly weren't up to it at the time.
Weren't willing to wait for me, really.
Well, you know, when the boss says you gotta go, you gotta go.
No, they told me you had left on some job. I've just been chilling when you were gone.
By the way, I found something, and I thought of you, and I will give her a bundle of dried herbs that I found.
Ooh.
When I select send to player, the only person who shows up is Obsidian.
Probably
Oh,
because
for me?
I just
For
done a
me?
relaunch.
No.
How thoughtful.
Nice.
I don't think that Gija or Lukelot
Excellent.
have characters assigned in the bottom corner. If you, in the bottom corner of Foundry, where there's a
They
little
don't look and get the user list. They only have their usernames.
right click
How
yourself,
very interesting.
click user config, and then click your face and click save.
You're not. You don't tell me what to do.
Or don't.
Okay.
Asher Basher, send.
Confirm.
We found it when we were exploring this icy cave, and I just thought maybe it'd be something you could make use of. I don't
Thank
really
you.
know.
I will give you one of those one-armed hugs while I'm like holding and looking. This is nice, and I'm gonna start going through them all. What time of the day is it?
Mid-afternoon.
Okay. What actual day is it? What is it? Day
Day
5,
7.
6? Day 7?
Day 7? A week.
My God.
It's your 1 week anniversary.
Day.
I have been making sure to include when we've slept in the document, so yeah, it would be day 7.
Alright.
So, what have you been up to? It's been like a couple of days.
No. You guys first. You first. Do we want to go sit under the thing? You want to go chill? And I'm gonna be like, shit, her name. I'll catch you later, Mia.
Of course. Have a good day.
Alright, bye. And then, gonna motion to everyone, be like, let's go sit under, you gotta catch me up.
After a few awkward moments where apparently it has become absolutely unforgivable, everybody else, Vonim sort of steps forward. Like, sorry, my name is Vonim.
So this is Vonim. She was the one we were sent to aid.
Hi, yeah, nice to meet you, Asher Basher. Bonin?
Vonim Zanaim.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You told me about this. Cool, nice to meet you. You joined them, are you part of the Adventurers Guild?
I am, yes.
Oh, nice. Cool, well, yeah, let's go sit, if you guys can catch me up.
I'm actually going to go and track down my friends. But I would love to meet up with you all again, and it was truly fantastic working with you all.
Well, hi and goodbye, buddy.
I hope we
nice
get
to
to
meet
work
you.
together again sometime, Vonim.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
So yeah, she was a pacifist. Like, who goes Yeti hunting and doesn't
The
believe in
most
violence?
mean girl's tone of voice the moment she's gone. Well, she didn't fight or anything?
Well, I mean, she was there for the fight, but like, she didn't do anything that would harm any other creature. It was kind of nice, actually. Like,
Sounds pretty
she kept
chill,
just
honestly.
like patting me on the back and sending me in with like magical enhancement. It was great.
Hey, that's not bad. Your own personal, cheerleader? What's the word I'm looking for?
Squire?
Squire. God. Squire? Squire, for sure.
No, it's like she's making us sound like Paul Bettany in Knight's Tales, just an absolute medieval hype man, like, my lords!
No, it was good. She was skilled in healing magic and supportive. It was like, yeah, it was cool. It was nice having a member of the group take a kind of supporting role, you know?
Yeah, that sounds awesome. What the hell is good? Why are they sitting so far away from us?
Where is Rue? Oh, there she is. Some people seeing your group come over, move to make a bit of space for you.
Yeah, anyone who's sat facing the fire and Obsidian just comes down and sits there like...
Yes, it is kind of like she hasn't even seen Fonim leave. She's just sat down elsewhere, not really engaged.
Din, are you alright?
Yes, I'm just trying to read this book. It's nice to see you. I've had to carry you to the bed. You'd fallen asleep just on the sofa.
Yeah, I was so tired. I mean, I feel like we got here in the city and just basically our boots had really hit the ground the whole time. I crashed hard. I know y'all are way more into this adventuring stuff. I'm just new to it.
Yes, I'm sure it's a hectic nature of the activities that are keeping you so tired.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, we've been in a fight almost every day since we got here, so. These last few days have been really peaceful, though.
Have you just been sleeping?
Oh, no. Man, I made some friends, went out on the city, hung with Contessa. It was honestly, like, a blast. It was a great couple of days. Yeah. Found out a bunch of stuff about her, by the way. I was super right this whole time. Yeah, it was a great time. Got to hang out
I
in a
thought
mansion.
we were going to separate from the group for a while.
Oh yeah, but I had promised her like meeting up for lunch, and I didn't, and it kind of just, you know, the whole saying of like follow a hippie to a second location. I did, and it ended up a wild couple days.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it really was.
So not had much work in the meantime or anything like that?
Oh no, I mean, I ran a few errands with the group, did some stuff like that. Finally made it to the promenade. Got to see
Nice.
all the shops in the huge Coliseum. It's gorgeous. I can envision right where my stall is gonna go when I have the money. It's gonna be perfect. But it seems like maybe you guys have more of a stressful time. She's just kind of like eyeing Sire. Maybe not as fun few days.
We accomplished much. Defeated the Yeti, but it seems that that's not the real risk from the region. And well, we haven't really spoken about it much, but perhaps we should tell someone what the Yeti's final words were.
Yeah, I'd kind of forgotten about that because of since the journey back, but he was a servant of some kind of scary dragon.
Does the name Mithris ring a bell to you, Asher Bashar?
Mithras?
Ice King, I think they called him. Dragon that terrorized the Sword Coast.
You can make the same history check out the others make at the time of DC 14, I think it was. History.
Yeah, I have no idea.
No. You have not heard of this particular worm.
It's just an Ice King.
Hmm.
Alright.
I should have thought of a better name. I'm just thinking of the Adventure Time Ice King now, walking up and down the
That's
Sword Coast.
exactly what I'm imagining. Why? What is the person supposed to look like?
It is concerning. I wish to speak of it, perhaps with more senior members of the guild.
Alright, well, yeah, I mean, we can ask Mila who to talk to about that.
Wouldn't Magira want to hear about this? Shouldn't
think
she be
so.
talking to us anyway?
I mean, we still owed a payday as well, so.
Yes. I dare say it was a harder time that stroll around the promenade, visualizing Stoll's future.
I mean, hey, you should have stayed here. Could have had a nice little vacation with me. Man, I met some really cool people. They are awesome. They're all super well connected too. I think it's gonna be really nice knowing them and being new to the city.
And where did you meet all these people? Were they all in the Night Eyes?
No. I think she's gonna lean forward. I honestly think they're just kind of running in Contessa's upper class socialite kind of circles. They seemed to just be pretty chill, well off people, you know?
Definitely sounds like some people that I'd want to know.
I didn't get much hint of the Night Eyes, from them.
Perhaps future investors for your shop.
Yeah, I mean, that would be great, But yeah, for real though, I do it's pretty obvious that Tessa's being buttered up by Jude from the Night Eyes. Because of her dad. One of the days we went out shopping and he was there the whole time and super weird with her. Just I'm not getting involved in that, and she can date who she wants, but she's definitely being used. Nice being right.
Have you spoken to Contessa about it?
No.
Why not?
Oh no. Have you never had a friend date someone awful before? You are never the one to tell them because they never want to hear that. That's just the end of your friendship there.
Wait, so Contessa is now your friend?
Yeah, yeah. We had a great
A friend
time.
you would tolerate to be taken advantage of?
Listen, I wouldn't tell my best friend that they're dating someone awful. That's just the death of a friendship. It's not my place. Everyone's gonna date who they want, and when they're in the relationship, they're not interested in what you gotta say. I feel have you never had anyone that was a friend just be a total asshole?
I can't say that I have, but if I would definitely find it my responsibility to tell them so.
Sure.
I mean,
absolutely. I mean, you can go for it. I just,
how can you have
good
an
luck
honest
to you.
relationship when there's no honesty between you two?
You kind of choose what you're honest about, Some things it's just none of your business, I'm not about to get up in her romantic life. Those are her choices.
But if she is being deceived, then surely there is no romance there, just deceit.
Yeah, but she seems to be crushing on him pretty hard, and I don't think she'd be interested in what I gotta say. A lot of drama, No thanks.
Is this your definition of loyalty?
Hey, I don't think she'd be very happy hearing from me about her boyfriend anyway, so I don't see it as disloyal. I think it's more just tolerant of a friend's choices.
You're not lying if you don't say anything. Am I right?
Yeah, that's right. Right on the nose there. I'm gonna high five you.
I see. You might excuse me, I need a drink. Just gonna go for a drink.
I'm gonna just glance at Obsidian. And Atticus is just, ooh, alright. Anyways, Obsidian. You at least have fun? Killing
Yes,
what, a Yeti? Was it?
I did enjoy the change of climate, even if I do also.
You did.
Why can I not hear you? Oh god,
Well,
muted
because-
them. At least it's not
I
me.
Yeah. Having two options to mute yourself is too much.
But you are not muted in Zoo. There we go. There
Yeah,
we go. He's
sorry.
done it. He's done it.
Too confusing.
Right. Yes, I did enjoy the change of climate, even if I do appreciate even more coming back to the fires of this fine fireplace.
Yeah, is that like your
Um,
favorite spot in the whole town?
I am glad to hear you have thrived in our absence.
Yeah, it was really, really nice, relaxing. I'm just gonna like kind of glance at the bar. Back to it though, I guess.
We have
Don't worry about
encountered
it
tensions.
Social engagements and staying on people's good sides are not really her strong suit, if you know what I mean.
Mm,
I was always more the social butterfly, you know.
yeah.
Anything particular you're wanting to order, Siri? Or just wanting to get away?
Some ale with a bit of a fire whiskey shot,
Yeah?
but she's just kind of stalling. And I think she's taking her book out and just reading while she waits at the.
Remind me, which book is it she's going through?
It's called Two Zens. It's a history of the Centurion.
That's the one. Okay. Yep. Mila comes over, gets you your drink, takes a silver from you,
Thanks.
and gets back to business, giving you a nod. She's been excited for you all to get back.
I'm glad. Seems she's been spending quite a bit of time outside here, right?
She brought me my favourite breakfast a couple of times, which was nice. Good way to start the day.
She bought you breakfast.
Yes, a couple of times. She was out on errands and or taking in the city, and I'd just mentioned some of that was particularly nice, and she brought breakfast back. 2 days.
She's thoughtful like that.
It was very considerate.
Has she been out late? Actually, do not answer that. I am not her family.
You see
I
a bit of confusion, like. Okay.
Sorry, it's
Force of
just
habit?
it's exactly. We would love to have an audience with Magira at some point. I'm not sure how to organize that.
I mean, she's
Just
just
our
there.
conversation.
You can ask her. And he just points to where Megira's just sat having a drink. There's no audience.
You know, I'm
Clem-
used to more
Clem
hierarchical organizations.
Clem would tell you that it was needed, but really isn't.
I like the free flowing of communication is a better way of organizing a large group of people, I think.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Enjoy your book.
While she's over there talking to me, like, I'm gonna lean into these two guys and be like, "You guys like fish?"
I mean,
Listen.
I fuck with the occasional sushi, but you know.
Yes. So I had never had it before, but I went to this sushi restaurant. They take like crazy shit with fish. They roll it up in rice and seaweed. Amazing. I've never had it. But I was gonna take you guys there for dinner tonight if you want, because I feel like I have to show everyone in the city this place. It was so good.
That sounds amazing. And you know, this is a port town, so I bet it'll be really fresh.
Yeah. So I don't know, like, I'm gonna glance back over and say, I don't know, like, if you guys are game, but we should definitely go out to dinner.
I mean, job well done. I think we deserve it.
Oh,
For sure.
great. I don't think they open until later. They're one of those places, but once it rolls around that time, we should go. I guess you got stuff to tell the McGear anyway, so it works out.
Sure. I might go for a stroll after we deal with Magira, and then we can meet up for dinner.
Cool.
Today, Asher's apparently found this great fish place. We're gonna go there for dinner. Bit of a celebration, you know?
Sounds great. I love fish.
Really good.
Apparently we can just talk to Magira whenever we want. So, should we do that
I mean,
now?
it's fresh in our minds. Might as well. Let's get it out the way, and also get paid. Duh.
Celia takes a large gulp of firebrand whiskey ale as she sees Atticus just stroll straight to Magira.
That's how we
You
do.
approach me without making an audience.
Sup, Magira?
Yes. How did you get on then? Sort of gestures to the seats around her.
He sits and I suppose probably wouldn't notice whether or not his companions are coming over or not, but
We're all here, I think.
Good.
All here.
Asher's not moving. She doesn't have anything to tell McGear, so.
Asher, come over.
Oh, okay.
come listen.
Yeah, alright.
Stay a while and listen.
So yeah, Vonim's companions ditched her. We found them killed by ogre ambush and whatnot, so they're not a problem anymore. Ice cave. Found the Yeti in the end. Job's a good, you know.
Not a normal jetty. Speaking,
No,
order, planning, strategizing, jetty who had found the alliance of two ogres and was in the service of a dragon.
yeah,
And
turns
empowered
out
by
that,
him.
A dragon.
the dragon made him smarter, and that's why he was talking.
Multiple people nearby just. Ooh. Dragon equals a bit of payday. And yeah, in the space, a slight smile from Magira makes it clear. You know, you are now talking to everybody in the room who is sitting in, leaning forward. Like, this guy who sat behind Atticus sort of turns in his chair, like, what type of dragon?
Atticus would rise from his seat and like be strolling around and talking because it's a more impressive way of addressing the room, and would be like,
I love that I'm just Ken's playing as this is happening.
So the name is one that I've heard before. I believe it was Mithras. I think that's a white dragon.
This is collective. I don't fucking know. A white dragon. darn sight easier then.
Is that
Somebody else pips up like, any idea on size?
Large, ancient. Quite an old dragon, apparently.
Ooh. Anything
Might be
else? You know where it roosts?
The Yeti mentioned there were several different places that it called its own, including this ice cave that we explored.
This was in Riversmoot, yes?
Yes.
Couple days north, indeed.
And the guy behind Atticus turns to a tiefling next to him and is like, well, get my boys. Let's see if we can get it first. Thanks for the tip.
Magira,
Best of luck.
just as they go, and there's like, Magira, there was something else in the cave. She's bringing her voice down,
Okay.
trying
yeah.
to not get the attention. There was an egg. It broke, but we think it might have also been a different dragon egg. Gray, silver, blue, and pink. Sort of a slick oil kind of configuration.
I'm not
Perhaps you
sure. Did you bring it back with you for Gallet to study?
I believe I picked up a bit of the shell. I don't know if I picked up a shell or I just made a note.
You did pick up a fragment.
I think I picked up I definitely had like a intention of sort of.
Yeah.
If I didn't, then I sort of like colored it or like did a little notebook.
No,
sort
I feel like you took a piece.
Okay.
Do you have anything to pass on to Gallet? Him to examine?
Yes, this is a fragment of the shell.
If I may?
Of course.
Takes it and turns it over. So I will pass this to Gallet when he is next in and see if he can identify what it was that was killed. And so tucks it. To the matter of payment, my understanding is it was a 500 gold dispatch fee, which Vanim agreed to separate with you. So, sorry, Asher, but each of you will get 330, whatever the maths would be, of 500 divided by 4.
Not by 3.
No, because Vanim
All
will
right.
be getting a share.
It's 125.
125.
I'm
Yeah.
just trying to be
Oh.
honest.
And I'll keep hold of this. The last 125. Would you all care for it in cash or would you like it in provision?
Provision.
Held against future balance of magical items, lodging, etc. We can do either.
Let's maybe do cash, and then if I need magical items, I'll get that later.
Very well. And she steps out for a moment and comes back with a sizable pouch each. And you can each increase your gold, except Asher, by 125 gold.
Nice.
I feel a bit bad. I mean, Asher, I know that you would have been there and done well if you could, so, here's 25 off the top.
I mean, I'd say no, but yeah, I'll take it. Thank you.
Hey, it's all gonna go towards the shop, eh? So.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
And if you ever want to part with those earrings, that's more money.
If you
the
thought he
game.
was gonna forget, you are wrong.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure what the value is to you.
Yeah, Asher will just start laughing, much like I just did. Just be like, I honestly totally forgot about the earrings. You know what? Clearly you have not, so yeah, I'll give those to you if you're still wanting them. I mean, I was just holding on to them for the money, because trying to make that money for the shop, but yeah.
I am quite willing to pay for them.
All right, got yourself a deal, and I'll dig around and pull out the earrings.
Obsidian just suddenly Forrest Gump running out the city down the street.
How do I send the player?
How much then?
Oh, I don't know. Wait, hold on. I want to say we had them appraised, and they weren't worth more than like.
Oh, I did have that on my
Did you have that somewhere?
my
I think it must have been less. It must have been less than 10 gold because I think I offered you the money on the spot, and that's how much I
I
had.
want to say it was 9, but like I don't actually.
Emerald earrings are worth 5 to 6 gold. Lapin is willing to offer 700 for the green ring. That I think is one of you is carrying, but not 5 to 6 gold. He said.
Yeah, I mean, you want to just give me 5 gold for him and call it good.
Perfect.
All right, there you go. Well, if you guys are down for dinner, I know, because you said you had to run some errands and stuff, so I mean, we can meet up in like an hour or two for dinner if you want. I can give you guys the address if you want.
Sounds good to me. By the way, Surey, I was wondering. I know you were cracking some codes the other day. I was gonna see if I could translate that book that you found. Is it alright if I give that a go?
Which book?
The one you found on the dead dude.
Oh, yes, it must be here somewhere. She ruffles through her
I know you've got
backpack
a lot of books and papers.
because I actually don't have it in my inventory. But I assume I think she did take it. Pretty sure she did take it. So, sure. Asher, I actually have something for you too.
Oh, man, you guys came back with all sorts of presents.
Well, it's not quite a present. It's more, quid pro quo. I took these spider eyes. Don't really know what their alchemical properties are. I would like to use one, but if you want to have the other one, I'd gladly part with it. If you could let me know what your research.
Yeah, I'll take an eye.
Oh, I think I have only. Do I have just one, or do I have 2?
You took 2, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna send one to Asher.
I think I should have some spider eggs. Was that a thing?
It was 3 days ago, but now you have a very itchy back.
This was why I very much did not want to take any of this.
How was it 3 days ago?
Cool. Yeah, I'll check this out. Can I do that here, or do you want me to take some time investigating the eye?
It's up to you. It's completely up to you. It's like a downtown thing for you.
You're in downtown Sapmi Adventurers Guild at the moment, so if you wanted to, you could, or you could get on with your days, whichever you wish to do.
I mean, I just received a super creepy, cool ingredient, so like, having already investigated all the herbs, I will now look at the eye. Yeah, I'm gonna open it up. And...
It is clearly an eyeball around the size of an apple.
Okay. Gross. horrifying. Yeah. What can I figure out about it?
I mean, without access to your equipment and testing, you can see that it is
I got my shit.
an eye. So you're unfolding your alchemical kits and your scales,
on
and
this table here.
you see somebody
Sounds
just.
about right.
You see just a nearby dragonborn sat there, just think twice about. They just look at the Scotch egg they were raising to their mouth and just.
Sorry.
Pick a plate up. So, animals.
Alchemy, man.
Walks off. Yeah, they are. It's clearly in good condition. Still turgid. Hasn't started to soften or leak yet. There's a strange glassiness to it. If it wasn't to have a slight sort of membrane around the back half of it, or the bottom part of it, it could almost be mistaken for being some sort of jewel. From the weight of it and how the weight shifts when you turn it, you can tell that it is likely full. It's got some liquid inside it, and that's probably what will be most useful in the alchemical process. Though you don't know any specific recipes involving spider eyes at this time, I believe. So you may need to look something up. But you're confident that it will keep for a while.
All right. What you're saying is I need to get my hands on a syringe.
Oh,
Who knows?
I
You could graffiti it. Who knows? You just
I
don't
have
know
a
what
syringe.
to move it.
I mean, I'm thinking, so I'm betting, just from looking at this thing, that it's what is on the inside that'll be most useful. So yeah, if you've got that's I have a fridge. I don't know if that would be in the alchemist's supplies, but
I mean, it's not a very sophisticated instrument, but this is what I used to draw blood. And she's gonna just, from her tattooed kit, there's a little sort of like reverse pipette, which is where she draws her own blood, with what she draws her own blood. So I can imagine it probably has like a needle.
all right, but you're gonna want to get a new one of these, right? I would not recommend reusing it.
Shh, don't share needles.
The episode where she teaches her about needle safety.
Yeah. I mean, if this is what you use for tattooing, like
Weirdly, we exist in a world where I imagine prestidigitation can basically be used for sterilization or create flame or druid craft. Or...
yeah,
I think
so.
I was thinking if they're like replaceable, but they're not. Like, I don't think she would have many of them. I think she has one and sterilizes it after every time.
Yeah,
Like, I think that is
prestidigitation
part
would
of her
probably
key.
work.
She doesn't have prestidigitation. She's not
I
a
don't
wizard.
live in a world with magic, but Asher does, and she has prestidigitation, so she would absolutely use that. I'll just prestidigitize it for you. Don't worry. Okay, I'm gonna very carefully just try and insert this needle in here. I'm gonna hurry and grab one of my little vials that I have.
Yeah.
And just try and.
It
Ooh, that was
crumbles
cool.
slightly.
Yeah, I'm gonna start squeezing.
And you managed to get a vial of spider eye extract.
Oh. Alright.
Well,
Let's stop her that.
Smells very much like badly off chicken. Like the juice water that comes from off that turned chicken.
oh, that I felt that.
Sorry, several people nearby just like the dragonborn who got up and moved like to two sort of benches away with his dinner, just like stands up and just leaves. Sorry, that turned your stomach a bit there, Gina.
I'm gonna prestidigitate to create a puff of wind to try and disperse it.
Yeah.
Blow it at everyone.
Sorry.
Yeah, you have a vial of spider eye extract.
Cool. Do I have any idea?
Stick it in your foundry channel or the foundry to do, and I'll
Thank you.
create it later for you. But no, currently you don't know any recipes that involve that. Remember, you have a recipe book in the items tab that will remind you of what you know and what you're researching.
Okay, cool.
Can I have a little bit of that? I would like to do my own research.
Oh,
I promise
yeah.
I'm not opening a shop.
I will open up one of my other files and just kind of split it. There you go.
So tempted to make you do a sleight of hand to avoid spilling just droplets of the smelly, smelly chicken eye juice on these nice couches. Everyone's like, stop!
Since we're here, you might as well do both eyes, you know? Like, then we have a vial each. Since you're already, like, you know, used my needle to do something icky.
Yeah, alright. Cool. I will repeat the whole process and give her just the second vial.
Okay. You have a vial of spider eye extract each.
And I'll prestidigitate any messes. Well, I know no one is hungry right now, obviously, but in a few hours when you are, you want to meet up for this sushi place?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely after having a chance to get some fresh air, sure.
Right.
So what do you all want to do? Oh, go on, sorry, Obsidian.
Are you keeping the money that we have, the coin that we have found? And the beast's lair. The coin. I believe we have found some.
Yes, we should probably split that.
The coins that I put in my backpack, yes.
Mm-hmm. How much was it?
That?
Not necessarily, but I believe it would potentially help Varsha.
That's true.
Yeah, remember you found that whole sack of coins in the secret room, the Icy Hollow.
I have not forgotten.
Okay. It seemed like you maybe had. I assure you, no.
That was just money that we found, and I decided to pick up, and no one else did. So you know.
No, yeah, you.
Transient property. Ownership is like 9/10 of the law. It was about 350 gold.
That's not accurate. It was about 500.
Did you count it?
I feel like we did a really rough estimate about the weight, and you said between, and the note said it was
yeah,
about
the note
400.
said it was 600, but that was an overestimate. I don't know if someone already took a cut of it or what, but there was not 600 in there.
Can I do an insight check?
Of course.
Are you playing Monopoly with your sister right now?
You know the drill, Atticus.
Don't worry. Oh, that's 20.
Oof.
For 21.
Sire, like the eye of Sauron.
Of all the times.
Cut through to the truth of it. What's the situation, Atticus?
Some things he's not being truthful about. Other things he is telling the truth about.
But in the specific case of the bullshit she was calling...
Does she know exactly what? It is a natural 20, I suppose. There was not 600 gold, despite the fact the note said that. But it was more than 350, which is what he said.
Why are you not being honest right now? If you need money, you can just ask. This is some money we found. It belongs to all of us.
Well, I just thought since I was the one prioritizing that and you wanted a dragon egg... Look, it was 450, okay? I just needed a bit of extra cash.
What do you need the cash for?
I mean, that's the whole purpose of joining the guild. I want to make money. This is Athkatla, right? The city of coin.
How much do you require?
I don't think that you can put a number on that.
Hmm.
An infinite amount. Money buys influence. It buys the ability to break the rules. It buys connections. Okay?
You could also buy your friend her dream.
I mean, I did just give her 25
Oh,
gold
hey,
out of my
yeah.
gold.
I want to get super uncomfortable. I mean, I super appreciate that. But, you guys are the ones that fought the Yeti. I don't want to be, like, I'm willing to work for my money.
Like, I literally just gave her like 10 years of peasant wages.
Super
Out of the goodness
appreciate
of my
it,
heart.
too. Yeah, absolutely.
I kind of
Probably
thought
even
that,
more than that.
to be honest, I kind of thought that when I did it, that you guys would too, but apparently not. So, I'm not the only one who's a bit selfish.
I'd be happy to split.
Prioritizing, you know?
I feel like poor Asher is like that one scene where Walt and Skylar are arguing at dinner and Jesse's
Yeah.
just with water.
How do I just dig a hole and crawl into it?
Well, some of it should go to charity, as it is something that we found, and the rest we should split.
That's against his face.
Look, Sule, that money in our hands can do more good than it can in the hands.
And you know
of
what
any
Father's
charity.
rules were. If you ever found a fortune, it is your duty to spread it, and to share it.
We are never going to be able to equip ourselves to do better work. Like, do you want to be able to be the one who takes on a dragon one day? Okay, you're not going to be able to do that in this gear. Okay, we need to save every penny that we can find and get the best gear and be an absolute unstoppable force.
My will and faith is an unstoppable force. There's people who
Now,
need to
your
eat.
will being an unstoppable force, now that is a known quantity. Okay, look, if you were, if we split it and you want to give
This
your
is not a
portion
discussion.
to a charity, then that's fine.
Is this the kind of life you want to live now? Where it is you first and everyone else second? An afterthought?
No, it's us first. If we split it between the three of us, and then that's fine. That's a fair split. But if you want to give some to charity, then that's your prerogative.
Is it just the coin that you require to grow and thrive?
I mean, it's probably one of the main things, I guess.
This job came
I
to us
see.
by fortune, and it came to us by pure chance. This
Chance?
fortune, yes.
Today. I love you, okay? But I brought us to the Adventurers Guild for a specific purpose. To make money. We didn't come here by
course.
chance. I brought us here. We didn't get a mission by chance. We signed up and we ran in and we made sure we were the people to get the job. To give up the spoils of our mission? That's crazy. That's
We're not giving
that's
them
the whole
up.
point of being here.
We're not giving them up. We have plenty. There's those who have nothing. Take all your cut if you wish. I think you know better. I don't know what's happening to you.
You're not going to get very far with no money in this city. That's all I'm saying. 450 divided 3 ways, 150 each. Here you go. And I'll send you 150 gold.
So yeah, let me give you all the address of this place, and then we can catch each other there in a couple hours. Yeah.
And yeah, you remember it's down a few back alleys, so you give them, I imagine, the direction of the last best point to meet for the final leg of a journey, and address in the Wave District, unsurprisingly, on the docks. Yeah. So you have about an hour to kill before you meet for lunch. Obsidian, how do you wish to spend it?
So, first of all, how long? It was a longer trek than that, right? For the farm.
You're really going to the farm?
If you were not stopping for a cup of tea, you could probably. The gate you take to get out does bring you in fairly near the docks. You could probably do it if you power walked it a bit.
No, probably not. Then I don't think Obsidian would be like just rushing to do that. In which case,
maybe Farmer Saldine can cling on for one more day.
In which case, I think first thing, Obsidian will ask Sire what she plans to do, if she's busy or not.
I'm going to the temple district. I was actually going to do it whilst I jogged, or more ran. I need to burn off some steam. And
All right.
I've got 15 gold pieces that I'd like to spread between 3 temples. You're more than welcome to join me. If you're up for a friendly race, I will take you up on it.
Only if you do not require solitude. That'd be useful to you.
It doesn't seem to be helping me much these days. I maybe could use the company. I'm going crazy with my thoughts.
I can do a friendly jog then and run. Sounds good.
Maybe like drop the bags, drop the chainmail, some comfy jogger trousers, some Lululemon.
Some fantasy Lululemon.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would Sirius Lululemon outfit be? Maybe some like light lilac. Anyway, sorry. Character things one thinks about.
She's going to go shopping for sportswear.
Do you have anything more supportive? Just from the ins and outs of all this stuff. Asher, what's your plan?
Might mill around here for a bit, chat with Mila a little bit, and then kick off. Go out.
Okay.
So, did Sire give Atticus that book so he can work on translating it? Okay.
Yes.
I will note it.
Yeah, I need to dig that back out because the Icy Hollow item folder is now empty. But there were things I put in there, so I'll have to get it from my other thing. So yeah, I can drop that to you later on.
Mm-hmm.
And you were going to go for a walk, weren't you, Atticus? Cool. Okay, then yeah, you set about your various businesses. I think we should do Atticus's first. Where do you go for a walk, Atticus?
Let me move to the city map. Who am I kidding? I don't remember where any of the shops are. I'll probably stroll a bit down by the river just because it's nice. Get fresh air, sea breeze, get the fishy smell ready to get my appetite going. And I'm gonna head to Monsieur Lapin.
Yeah, you go to visit.
Checking to see if I'm being followed, obviously.
Make me a perception check as you travel about your business. Ah, of course not. Clear as day. You don't notice a single thing. No one at all. Surely not. But yeah, you make your way, and where is it? I appear to have misplaced something. There it is. Yep, you find yourself arriving at Monsieur Lapin's store. I will load you into. The sounds of the city and not of... Where's my Athkatla day music not playing? Interesting. Well, let me just put on a bit of a bard stuff while we're here in the city. But yes, has the shop loaded for you?
Indeed.
Ah,
Mr.
Was it-
Leslie.
good afternoon.
Well
I
met.
started to think that some calamity had befallen you.
No, calamity only befell those who stood in my way. We were on a mission for the Adventurers Guild. Quite successful, as you can clearly see. I'm not dead. So,
I had every faith that you would find yourself able to surmount whatever difficulties have been placed before you.
indeed. Speaking of which, there was, I found this on the way. I don't know if it's worth anything, and he'll show a gold bracelet. It was looted from one of Vorneem's ogre smashed compadres.
Yes, this is very basic, roughly hammered. Seems it was originally of a very pure... I could give you 12 gold for it.
Come on now, you said yourself it's pure. It's worth at least.
It once was. This was a charitable offer to a companion in cause and philosophy. If you don't
Fine,
find
12
the
it
amount...
is.
Oh, I didn't even need to roll. Marvellous. So you're very easy at this. Yes, I'll take it for 12. Thank you. With a bit of a clean-up, that should be satisfactory for resale. And sort of put it underneath the counter. Are you here about our other business?
Of course, I
Yep.
want to take you up on your offer.
Turns aside. Press that we're open.
Goes over to the
Sort of sound
door.
of-
We are closed.
And as you turn it, you hear it and immediately, and the door has locked automatically with the turning of the sign.
A nice trick.
A simple one. This work involves murder. I will be clear.
No surprises
There is a man in the city, a former holy man, now fallen to seed and to hard times. A disgraced paladin. He is holed up in a much neglected mansion, a relic of former glory days of his house. And he has an agent of our Lord, kept prisoner, who he tortures. You are to kill this man, and you are to release the agent.
I mean, no problem. He's I mean, let's face it. He's someone who tortures people, and sounds like this is a worthy cause.
The man's name is Janos Firecam.
Janos Firecam.
And you will find him in somewhere skulking around the neglected mansion of House Firecam, I am sure. Though this man has
What
fallen
district is that
upon
in?
the Temple District. Do not be... I know you are relatively new to the city. Several centuries have passed since the Temple District was naught but churches and temples. Now there are quite a few residences there also.
Especially from what seems to be a historic family of noble order.
Yes, the Firecams a very old family. But make no mistake, although this man is a lesser son of greater sires, he will still be able to call upon significant martial prowess. This is a test as much as it is an opportunity.
Very well. I believe that I'm up to the challenge. And to
Alone,
most challenges, to be honest.
alone, certainly, possibly not, but you can make good use of your cadre, yes?
I can. Do I not need to do this alone?
It is not required. The details, the end result is all that our Lord cares about. If you make life difficult for yourself in the handling of it, then that is an issue for you. If you believe that you can make the tonic taste sweet to your companions, then you should use every utility at your disposal, should you not?
Very well. I'm no fool. I'm not going to take on something that's beyond me. It was only yesterday, or the day before, that we learned of an adult white dragon on the loose somewhere. So some of the adventurers were rushing off to defeat it, but I'm not feeling quite that confident about that one yet. At least not until we've strengthened ourselves further. You know?
Of course, of course. Nowhere near the city, I hope.
No, it's further north, but I don't know. Dragons have pretty big roaming areas, but I'm sure you'll hear about it if it becomes a problem.
Indeed.
Now, I'll certainly let you know if I hear anything.
Yes, and I will await your return here.
Very well. Is that all in terms of the job?
Indeed, we have no further business until it is completed.
Very well. I don't suppose... I mean, I know you're a jeweler, obviously. Is dragon bone ever a material you would work with or be interested in?
My hands are far too delicate to busy myself with the business of grafting bone and cleaving. This is more for a blacksmith, a crude
Perhaps.
business.
Just I came into some, so needed to work out what to do with it next. Very well. I think that's all for the moment, but I'll return to you with good news.
I trust it will be so. Until then?
He will turn, flip over the sign, and head out.
Excellent. Meanwhile, Sire and Obsidian, what is your plan? Going for a jog, you mentioned, or a sprint?
Yeah, so Sida has first of all we need to clarify some of the resources spread.
Yeah. So we were just talking about this in the chat. If
I mean, I think we've agreed.
Yes, but just because it'll make a difference in a second.
So
Atticus, did we?
Atticus gave Sire the 150 gold.
Yeah.
That was her cut.
Yeah.
But did not make any motion to give any to
Yeah, sure.
Obsidian. And being very observant, Sire would probably notice that.
Ah, I see.
And has Atticus now has he given?
Do you call him on it?
100%.
He's like, oh yeah, of course. I was just getting to that, and he will give you the gold.
Atticus is the fucking hamburglar, man.
All right. So yes, a couple of minutes later, Sida is sort of just dressed in some comfy clothes. She's carrying a purse that she will run with. It's kind of tied close to her chest. Are you ready?
I like to think that Obsidian is exactly the same, but has a headband on. and like 2 10-liter water jugs.
Okay, the temple district. We need to go we need to cross the river
Oh
to the river
no!
district. Yeah, I know. And
Perfect
then
place
through
for a
the
race.
through the gem district, and she's sort of like, because I feel like has walked around the temple district before. So she's going to visit Tyr, Torns, and Celev. Sorry, I butcher these names. Celevor?
No, Helm. Kelemvor.
Helm.
Very different.
Very different.
Yeah.
Helm.
Kelemvor is
Helm.
one of the gods of death. But he's
Yeah.
he's not an evil one. He's a bit of a
Oh,
he's a bureaucrat god of death.
I'm thinking Baldur's Gate 3. That's why I have it in my head. No, Helm, Thorn, Tyr. Yeah, so just kind of like race there to those temples.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So, the two of you set off, making good speed. Make me opposed athletic checks. I just want to see how much Obsidian's keeping up. Or...
You know what?
Oh.
No, because her heart's not in it. So she's not. If Obsidian would find that he can pull. If he wants to pull forward, he probably can pull forward. But she's not. There's like a little kind of like competitive spark is not quite there. Seems to be in her thoughts.
Perfectly fine with Obsidian.
Sad times.
You'll keep placed and
you sprint, or you jog, meander. I like to think that it starts off as a run, and like 2 roads later, she's just like sad walking.
No, it's a run. She's just. I mean, yeah. Maybe at some point she kind of like accidentally runs into someone who is like turning the corner. Is really apologetic about it.
Yeah.
But she's just really in her head.
I will skim over you visiting 3 temples because I'd need to create those temples in more detail, which happy to. But yeah, Alright, calm down, music. Jesus Christ. Your donation is graciously received at each of the temples. They offer to say prayers for you, see if there's any services you'd like whilst you're there, any sort of healing or curse removal, or if you'd like a message passed on to a loved one or anything like that. But all sort of standard fare for the better equipped temples on receiving a pretty significant. You said 15, so is it 555 you're doing?
No, it's 10, 10, 10. So it was going to be 10%,
sorry, okay.
But I'm actually doing. I was going to do 15, like 10%, but I'm also doing Atticus's 10%, the 30.
Siri's going full Mormon here. They are. These are significant donations, even in a city like this. So yeah, they are. In one of them, in Torms, like half of the church, the temple's like staff come out and all like make a point of trying to thank you both individually. Obsidian found himself sort of swept up in the thanks of it.
I mean, Obsidian will sort of follow the idea with the 555 then.
Yeah.
If he comes to understand that this is like the sort of that you're doing the double for Atticus for some reason. Because if you don't let on that fact, he will just do the 10, 10, 10, because that's what seemingly needs to be done.
Oh no! There's if you ask, then she'd go. The father who raised me, he always made a point to make sure to return something back and to give to those who had less. He said 1/10 of our fortunes was donation enough, and if we could give more, we should. But we shouldn't also forget ourselves.
Well, I could certainly give more. I thought about giving it back to them, because those two seem to just need this far more than I do.
Oh,
And
We
she has a
perform a great many services within the community. We feed, we heal, we home, we rehouse, we send messages, we tend to the passing of loved ones, all with very, very little support from the aristocracy of Athkatla.
Are the gods not praised here? Do the rich not give?
They all pray, yes, yes, the Church of Coin.
Will coin warm them when they're cold, when they're old, when they need support? I guess in a way it might.
Yes, very directly, which is a problem.
You do good work.
Thank you, and you should give that extra coin to your companions. I'm sure their need is great.
Sita doesn't particularly like spending a lot of time with the clergy. That's not like it's not what it is. It's more like a kind of like a private thing. So she's gonna say her goodbyes. It's not really like about faith. It's more about service, and so like the moment it starts getting a bit theological, she's out. Hey, Obsidian, do you have siblings?
No. I mean, either no or I have many. It depends on how you view this. I was born from a singular egg.
Well,
It was
were
found.
not. Wait, your egg was found?
Yes. On the side of the volcano.
Are all your people coming from eggs found on the
No.
sides of the volcano?
No, the tribe is many. Not all of them scaled. So for some, it would be rather strange to be found in their infancy, in the wild.
Your tribe is not all like you?
No. Why would they be?
I don't know. I think I just made an assumption and I ran with it. It teaches you not to do that, I guess. Are they humans or a mixture of peoples?
There's many different types, yes. There's quite a herd of Goliaths that have joined us in recent times. They are readjusting to a different sort of climate.
I have so many questions.
Is
So
this
what
still outside the church, or as you're jogging along or heading back?
Yeah, probably outside. I mean, I don't know.
But like maybe on a stroll. So like this temple district's really pretty, and it kind of maybe just like a little stroll around. I have so many questions. So I have so many questions. I don't even know which one to start with. Okay. We start with who found you, and where do you come from? Who laid the egg? Well,
someone more careful than myself, apparently.
Yes. Oh, that has a whole new dimension now.
It's quite all right. I don't think we did something very wrong, really.
I guess we will never know, really.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm not sure who specifically found me then. It's not like that would mean that much. I was just part of the tribe since then, so.
But who?
Everyone's family, in a way.
But the egg, it must come from someone, something.
Yes, it comes from the volcano itself. I am the
You see,
child of it.
But I understand when you say like a metaphor, I am a child of the forest, I am a child of the sky, I am a child of the volcano, but I don't think volcanoes actually provide eggs. Oh hell, what do I know? Okay.
I mean, you're free to believe what you believe. It is possible that the egg was left there by just another wandering creature, but does it sound much more plausible?
No,
That
I'm
they wandered
confused.
there, and
No.
this is not the only. I am not the only one of my kind, though. That is also not the case. Children of the Caldera are found not frequently, but there have been several, at least, that I know of.
No, sorry. I asked because I guess I was also found. And sometimes I think about where I come from before and think about it a lot. So it's refreshing that
But you
for
do
you,
have a
it's like
brother, a more literal one.
not
Oh, no.
we are related by familial bonds, but I am not of his blood. Our father found me and treated me as one of his own. Our bond is stronger than just blood. It's kinship.
We are then both found and charged with guarding him. That is strangely specific.
Yes, I also think it is going to his head a lot, He wasn't always like this. He was always competitive.
Yes.
And stubborn. But there was kindness and desire to improve.
Well, yes, that is important. He does seem to grow in power.
There's something, an influence I cannot recognize. And I don't
do wish
know.
to see him improve.
Yeah, of course, so do I.
And
Of course. But
do you reckon this coin will truly help him? For I was wondering, for the infinite amounts he speaks about, just doesn't seem significant then to give it to him. Asher's needs seem to be much more concrete.
I wonder if Atticus' needs will ever have any sort of limit or purpose, or if anything will ever be enough. I'm worried that what he's searching for is not something one can quantify with coin or elsewhere. But every time I say something, I just feel I'm pushing him further away.
Well, he is hungry for coin, but he is also hungry for achievements, and that can motivate him to greatness.
I've muted if you'd step away.
Do you ever think
Oh
the way one achieves something is important? Not just the goal, not just the end result, but the journey we take to get there and the costs associated with that.
What?
The things that we break in the way, the eggs we smash, people who die.
Do you mean something specific or something that has not yet happened?
You know what? Don't worry about it. I worry too much. I want to hear more about your tribe and these children of the caldera. Do they all have visions?
No.
As your conversation's continuing and you're making your way through the city,
Wait, what? No? I want his backstory, man.
you can absolutely get all that backstory, but as you're talking, you round a corner and you see there is one of the guard checkposts. And there's just a group of guards there waving people through as they were the other day, taking the occasional person off to the side for like a pat down or a question on where they're going.
Okay, this shouldn't be a problem. No?
It's not like they would be looking for us for any reason.
It's not like
Sure.
it's not like we left jail by sewer way. Okay. We go through.
Yeah, you
I
see.
feel like there's a map. I don't like that there's a map.
Yeah, one of the guards comes over and is like, "Are you traveling today?"
We're returning to the Adventurers Guild.
Oh. What business have you had in the temple district?
Charitable.
Charitable. And then I hear, I'll speak to these. And someone steps over from a group of guards off to the side, quite a lot taller, in full plate, minus the helmet. A very cheery faced tall man with a crop of red hair. He's like, "Good afternoon. It is a lovely afternoon out, isn't it?"
Sure. Yes, we were just out for a nice jog. It's not too cold, not too warm.
Can't say I'm much for jogging myself. Just the two of you is there today?
What do you mean by that? Do you expect more?
Looking into a group of escapees. One of you kind of matches their description, I must say. And he turns to you, Obsidian, and switches seamlessly to Draconic. "Greetings, Scale Brother."
Greetings to you, he will say in common.
"What region do you come from?"
Region.
Yes. I myself am very familiar with the Tefir, Blue Tribe Clutch.
Have you ever heard of the Ajoma?
That's to the east, yes? Fiery folk, obviously.
That would be correct.
Well, he steps forward and goes to shake your hand. "Very well met."
He shall shake his hand.
And he gives you a lengthy, firm handshake. "Captain Turnup." And he swaps back to common. He's like, "We have a troubling report of a group of escaped prisoners, but there were rather more of them than just the two. Although one of them, forgive me for the nature of the stop, was described as being a black," and he sort of goes into his "black dragonborn or lizard type, I'm not sure," is what the note says. So you haven't escaped from any prisons recently, have you?
Not that I am aware of.
Very good. And if you do find anybody who has or become suspicious, please do get in touch.
Will nod.
Well, that's all. Tucks his little book back into his breast pocket. Be about your business. Have a good day. I'm sorry for the stop.
Have a good day and best of luck with the search.
And yeah, he steps away. And as you make your way back, and
Do these lies not concern you as much?
I said nothing.
Well,
It is not a concern. It's a physical inability. The words will just not come out.
that was the defense your brother took. Not saying things is different.
Do you mean
Didn't seem
Asher?
happy with that answer.
I'm not. Look, I'm not naive. And I'm not. It's not morality that concerns me. When it comes to untruths, the words seem to turn to feathers in my mouth and will not come out. It's not a choice. It is, well, I guess you would call it a trait. I'm simply unable to. That doesn't mean I must say everything that I think. In fact, I try not to very hard, even though it doesn't always come out that way. Cannot
Understandable.
tell a lie. Sorry?
Understandable. But are you... Do you think you are trying to hold him to an even higher standard? Or...
I hold him to the standard I believe him to be worthy of. Do you think I hold him to too high of a standard? Okay.
We should probably cut to the break.
I'm just worried about his influences.
Well, that is clear. Yes.
Well, you know, there are influences out there, and they can take advantage of his nature. And they can take advantage of his desires. And I guess I know what that feels like, and I don't want it for him.
Let's see. We are there to try and, as far as we can, keep him on the path.
Yes. Now, tell me more about this tribe.
Is there anything specific you would like to know? Or is it just the like he would easily tell you about the tribe itself, I guess, and the few most important relations he had there, about how he learned to survive from the main hunters of the tribe, basically called the Pride Hunters. If you care for the specifics, then when you were mostly interested, I mean, I don't know if mostly, but you were interested in the vision, so he would surely tell you about the art speaker, who is like this shamanistic sort of persona, who I guess, kind of announces the will of the volcano, and then that would be the person with whom he first, to whom he went straight when he started having the visions, when he started seeing things that he didn't believe were just regular dreams. And that was someone who has like given him some direction, but mostly it was Obsidian's like will and decision to go out and find the people he saw. Like they workshopped together to find any meaning in whatever that was going on. But yeah, it wasn't like Obsidian was tasked with doing something by anyone there. It is
And was
more
that
an internal calling that he feels.
And was just Atticus that you saw, that he saw in his visions?
No, I've seen both of you. I've mentioned it early on.
What was in the visions?
Not so much. I mean, since then, I've seen just a little bit more, but just it's more of a reassurance than anything else. I haven't seen anything that would lead me to new conclusions or to rethinking things. It just seems that I am on a path that the volcano deems correct. That is why I also wish to proceed with marking my body. I wanted to go with you also to ask about the possibility of the ink work you do. You have offered when we visited the other establishment.
Yes.
Would you be happy to make a marking?
I'd be delighted. I've never worked with a skin such as yours.
It would be a runic design, fairly. I mean, I don't think simple is the word, but it should be fairly easy to picture. So not. Like just lines, I suppose, in a way.
Lines are sort of my expertise. The patterns, and she points to the patterns that are not runic in that they don't hold any meaning, but they're definitely lines.
That would be a far easier pattern, I imagine.
These well, I guess these are also dictated to me. So as long as you can, I guess, explain where the lines would go, I should be able to visualize them.
I can probably also make a crude drawing of them.
Perfect.
And then I plan to also add
and he will tap the one scale that has already been embedded with metal.
I plan to add another one of those, although I suppose we'll have to do the inlay as well.
Can I ask, what's the purpose of? Does it have one? Is it symbolic?
It very much is symbolic. The first one was given to me, and the second I plan to add myself.
Can I ask what it means to you?
What it means to me, it means to remember, to understand, to believe.
To believe in what?
To believe in what is guiding me. This is much more tangible than dreams. It is a part of me. I can look at it and remember.
The wheel of the volcano.
The purpose that I hold. And, well, it is far from home, and I've spent my life there. So this is a piece of home. A memory.
I feel both admiration and a little bit of envy at how strong your sense of purpose is. I feel a similar passion, but it's directionless. It wavers, it pushes me one way then the other. I swore to take care of him, and yet sometimes I just want to run as far as I can away from him. I feel both with equal passion. Sometimes I feel like I want to embrace her and guide her.
That would make it far harder for me to keep an eye on you both.
Oh, then maybe for your sake, I just follow you.
For now, I do think that he needs support. And I'm not sure he will find much outside of this group. Certainly
And
not
her?
one.
Do you trust her?
Oh, trust. I don't know. I don't particularly care.
Why do I care?
She seems to have a goal in mind.
She is reckless. And she lies to herself, which is the worst kind of lie.
Well, to that, I have no answer.
If this conversation has sort of happened as your head,
Yeah.
can I assume
got
that
that.
Sire would want to swing by to get her clothes and equipment, or are you going out to dinner still in the jogging wear?
That's an interesting point. No, I think by this point we're kind of like back and probably a good sort of like wash.
Back
it is
shower
sweaty out.
changed, conversations pick back up as you're walking along.
Maybe making a schedule to make this mark. Maybe like the next day or even later tonight if you're up for it.
Yeah. Well, the evening begins to fall, and as you all make your way towards the place that Asher bid you meet her, you find that the docks, this section of the docks at least, seem to spring to colour and life a little bit more than much of the city. And you find Asher and Atticus waiting for you at the specified location.
Hey, you made it.
Can't wait.
GM, I actually haven't seen this map before. Do I just go straight down?
Yes.
This way.
You hear distant music from the largest building ahead. As you're walking along Sire, you hear an unusual rustling and what sounds like whispers coming from around this bench as you're passing nearby.
The bench?
Yeah.
Which bench? Oh, that bench. instant stop and peering out to see what I can perceive.
Yeah, there is a few pieces of just like loose newspaper or other just litter blown around, and there seems to be an amount of it underneath this bench that is and just rustling about. And then you hear
Hold on. She tries to get Asher's and Atticus's attention. I'm just gonna go check what's on the bench. But maybe carefully.
yeah, you see that under the bench, somewhere in the mass of paper, there is movement.
Kura. In Celestial. Go check that out. Can you lift it up? As Kuratoro manifests as Mage Hand and sort of rustles. A wind blows and moves there.
Okay, one moment. And just about out of view, and gingerly moves a piece of a paper, and a face is thrust out from a hole in the paper, glaring at you. Some horrid little wiry dog that sort of just cocks its head and looks at you.
Sorry, this dog was underneath the newspaper?
Yeah, in like a little nest of newspaper under the bench.
Oh. Does it look hungry?
Yes.
Oh.
Does it like sushi?
Take out a ration. What kind of dog? Like a mangy dog? Like a little cross thing?
Did the art not show up for you? Oh.
No.
No.
Oh.
Cool.
That's an ugly dog.
A wonderfully ugly dog. And it just
No ration.
tilts its head.
Gonna give him a little ration. Does it take it?
Leans in very cautiously. Takes it. Head back into... Just retreats back into its little turtle shell of paper. Yeah, some snaffling and... like, one or two noises that almost sound like... Its little growls almost sounds like a little chuckle as it's...
Like
chewing
language?
this ration. No, just like
Oh.
weird little
Conveying
yips and
feelings.
grunts. Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Are the rest looking? Are you guys just...
Yeah. I'll creep up.
Yeah, looking dumbfounded, like, what the fuck?
What do I got on me?
Yeah, and it just, once it eats, it just goes back to sort of looking at you all.
I got a lot of weird
Atticus,
poisonous shit on me.
Atticus elbows Obsidian. He's like, dare me to blast that thing. You dare me to blast that thing. I'm just kidding. I would never.
Sid is just gonna take half a day's rations or less than that and just kind of leave a little pile. And you're like, here you go.
Can everyone make
Feed
an insight
yourself.
check, please?
An insight check. Ooh, look at the twins.
Obsidian and Atticus, as Atticus makes the comment about blasting it, you both really have a clear sense that the dog's eyes flicked or darted from the ration to Atticus and sort of paused for a moment, and then it took the food when he was saying he was joking. Just a fleeting sense.
said, I'm not sure that thing's all it appears to be.
Well,
I don't trust it.
I'll squat down and just kind of get a better look under the bench. Hey, buddy.
You can see its full body. There's a slight wag to it. You can see that it is a dog.
Is there a collar or anything on it?
There is a remnant of a very, very worn, looks likely to snap at any minute, faded leather collar with a very, very grubby little disc.
Yeah, I'm very.
You can make me an animal handling check.
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Could I assist, since I do have proficiency, and
Yes,
I could
if you-
distract the dog with a bit of a ration and go like, "It's okay, it's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you."
You could, but still shit. Even with that advantage.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, you get quite close and then the dog just sort of retreats a bit and shuffles back into its little nest under the bench a bit more.
I think
It's
it once
okay.
had a collar, but I can't get at it to see.
Well, I mean, he doesn't look ill. He's not doing too bad.
Pretty good spot here near all these restaurants, honestly. And I'll stand back up and kind of, back away as if ready to move on.
Okay. Well, I hope he enjoys his meal.
You know, bring him out some fish afterwards.
You hear that? If you're still here, we'll throw you some fish.
Dog wags.
Come on, you're smarter than you look, aren't you?
Dog stops wagging.
Maybe not. Okay. Look both sides of the road before crossing.
Yeah.
She is going to adopt a zoo.
Oh, wait. Hold
The
on.
door is, you see a large door with stone scale sushi in big glowing letters above it.
Yeah, but we weren't all just peering through the window.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That is it. So hungry. Is it Pythia or Pythia? Yeah.
Pardon?
Is it Pythia or
Pythia.
I just want to make sure.
Has the music started for you?
My music is just not working. Something's wrong with my setup, but
Not on this scene for me.
Allow me to
Oh,
reload
there
the
is music.
scene then.
There
Oh,
is-
I just pressed a button, Mr.
The music is
Daffy.
just far quieter than the ambience.
Okay,
I have now adjusted the volumes and it's fine.
cool.
Oh, it is there.
Yes,
It
see?
is phenomenally quiet.
I'll turn it up then, but there we go. My thing was having some problems with loading there.
22.
Me to
That's very
turn
funky.
down. Yeah.
Oh, well, they don't seem
Oh,
to have
no.
a table free, so
Contessa.
that's it for today.
And yeah, you find yourself in a very busy sushi restaurant. A very diverse crowd in here. A lot of what looks to be adventurers, but also just regular citizens. Two figures stand out. There is a huge minotaur walking around, holding wide plates and dishes, handing out those who are not sat around the central conveyor belt. And then the main chef, who seems to be chatting to most of the customers as well, in the little island in the middle, is a very tall Gorgon woman with a crop of red snakes on her hair, who is effortlessly chopping and serving and preparing food. And yeah, you do also see Contessa and another figure sat around the central island, deep in conversation as they're eating.
I'm gonna let's sit at the bar and wander over and take one of these seats. Be like, Tessa, Rocco! And say hi to both of them. In fact, I'll go over and hug both of them first. Yeah, I brought my friends I told you about. Well, my co-workers, co-adventurers that I told you about.
Yeah, Contessa is very, very happy to see you. Rocco is definitely more polite. Bit of a polite hug and smile. He doesn't know you as well. But he gives the group a small wave, and Contessa is like, it's absolutely brilliant to see you all again.
Obsidian not coming?
The obsidian lurking off to the side.
A tiny little spot over there.
There's four seats here at the bar.
That's where the person who'd seat you would be stool. There's just some waiter
Oh, really? Oh,
it's behind the little booking lectern.
I see, yeah.
There is a fourth stool, isn't there?
Yeah, there's 4 stools.
Yeah, let's just...
But I forget how to do...
There is.
Shift,
let's see.
Oh, don't worry. I was fully aware that there is.
Oh, you just didn't want
I'm just, yeah. I was just looking for a way to situate himself differently. But yeah, he'll just look very uncomfortable sitting there.
Yeah, Contessa's like, you obviously know Asher. This is Atticus, Ciri, and Obsidian. He's like, a pleasure to meet you. Lord Rocco Thornwood takes each of your hands and tries to shake them.
The pleasure is all mine. Most brilliant to meet you, my lord.
Yes, likewise.
What was his name again?
Lord Rocco Thornwood.
Yeah, and you heard me clearly call him Rocco.
Have you been here before?
No, this is their first time. I had to bring him after we came last.
It is absolutely fantastic.
It really, I've been thinking about it since we came.
That was only what, day before yesterday, was it?
Yeah, they kind of all blur together.
They really do.
Yeah.
They truly, truly do.
I am going to wave to Pythia and put in an order or point to something in order.
So what can I get you?
Is it actually conveyor belt and can I just grab something off like that?
Yeah, you see it's moving, it's all moving around as they're making stuff and putting it on. It's the coloured bowls, it's the whole Yo Sushi experience. You just leave your bowls stacked.
Order some hot rice wine for me and my friends.
Yeah, and the large Minotaur, who you know is Kosov, would come round and be pouring green tea for those who want it.
I'll just be like, just grab what as it comes around. Just grab your plate. What you think looks good.
Just grab anything. Oh yeah.
Yeah, as it comes around on this
that
thing.
kind of place.
Yeah, you just grab it to your plate. It's
Right.
great.
Which
Well,
ones
they
do you
just-
think are like less fishy?
I don't know. I really like the one. Do you see the ones going by with the little slices of mango on top? Those are my favorite.
Mango.
Yeah.
Let me at him. Who's that big horned fellow? He looks like a real tough
Oh,
nut.
that's cause of he's the my notes. He's like the assistant or something. I'm not really sure.
So him and this
Yeah.
lady over
Yeah.
there are like the owners, or
Yeah.
right? Okay.
This is Pythia's second such establishment.
Oh, is it? What's her first?
She had one in Selgaunt, but it was destroyed, I believe, in some sort of unfortunate natural disaster. Long before I knew her acquaintance, of course. I've been dining here ever since I knew about it.
You have impeccable taste.
I do. I really do. So what do you all do? Other than the Adventurers Guild business, which I understand is a fairly new endeavor.
That's right. Well, myself and my sister Sire are sons of what's his name?
To the chokes.
What? No, seriously.
Gladstone.
Hang on. No, like what?
Like the lady that just won the Golden Globe.
Family.
Vandren!
Gladstone!
Vanden.
Oh.
We're the son and daughter of Vanden Gladstone.
Are you quite sure?
Prelate of the Order of the Radiant Heart.
The rice wine hits really fast. Sorry, I forgot to warn you.
I didn't expect it to be so strong, sorry. But yes, the Adventurers Guild is a more recent endeavor, shall we say.
Of the Neverwinter Gladstones?
The very same.
Marvellous. I've been up in that area several times myself. I've had small dealings in that region, in the city, of course, in some of the higher echelons. How about yourself, my tall-scaled friend? What do you do?
Travel and survive.
That's all life is, isn't it? To travel, to take the world in, and to survive. To really survive. Where have you survived? I've survived my way up and down the Sword Coast, and several of the Moon Isles. I once survived a dreadful summer in Calamshan.
He'll like look for the look towards the conveyor belt.
Oh, it's all legitimate how it works. It's made very fresh. And it simply comes around on the conveyor belt. My understanding is there's a series of small red caps underneath and little bars, and they pass over their head, and it makes it go round.
Obsidian will very much try to utilize the fact that he seems to be the furthest from the Lord. This might be just a bit unwieldy to hold the conversation anyway.
So what have you guys been up to since I last saw you? I didn't leave you that long ago.
Well, I was with my dad most of the day. He had some things he wanted to go through, some work things, some house things, all very, very boring. Zento and I are going to see a play later on.
What play?
I don't know. He's bought the tickets. The Book of Tyr, it's going to be. And then Rocco is having a small gathering later, but we're having it at the Viscount's place. Because Rocco is between big homes at the moment, aren't you, Rocco? So, yes, well, the Viscount and Milady will be hosting. Just the usual, bit of cards, bit of chatter.
What happens to your previous large home?
To Rocco.
Mm.
It's currently being rented out, and I hadn't the heart. I didn't expect to be in Athkatla quite as soon as I am, and wouldn't really be the proper thing to kick the tenant out when I'm probably only going to be here for a week or so. I've just been here on business. I'm a doctor, you see, and I had a few appointments, had a few seminars to make, connections to maintain and uphold, and then I'll be back on my way. Probably swing up to Baldur's, probably head on up after that to What Deep.
Oh,
A physician or
leaving.
A physician, a healer, a medic. Healing arts without magic.
Apologies, I'm more used to physicians having their own practice somewhere and people come to them rather than them traveling up and down the coast. You must be very specialized.
Yes. I help with matters of the spirit.
He's
Not the magical
brilliant.
spirit, of course, but
Brilliant with alchemy.
nerves, anxiety, simple poultices, stimulants, relaxants, muscle relaxants, breathing techniques. For when someone is either getting too much caught up in their anxiety or just needs a burst of energy and focus for a specific task. I have many clients. Even sort of leans in, even amongst a council of 5 or 6, I forget. I think it's 6.
That's rather fascinating. Treating anxiety and nerves, you say? How so?
All the aforementioned remedies and practices, darling. Anything from an exercise to center oneself, to good ways of making lists to approach the tasks in your day, down to slight herbal remedies to help zone in and focus and calm one's head and clear one's heart.
Okay, I need to make an insight check. Sarah needs to figure out what she's like. If this is a drug dealer or an actual physician, or if she doesn't know.
Make an insight check.
Maybe she needs a poultice so that she's not anxious about whether he's a real physician.
Well, I guess this is this might be the thing.
Asher's gonna need a poultice soon.
I will have it be deception just because that's what I tell you I'm always rolling.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a professional air about him. He seems to have no shadiness. He almost looks like he's trying to be. He's definitely trying to be discreet, but you get the sense that it's more someone not wanting to brag as opposed to being secretive about what they're talking about. My work is particularly favored by creative and artistic types. There's a great many merchants and artistes in the city, in Athkatla alone, who frequent my services. All at a competitive rate, obviously. But I'm sure you didn't come here to be bored by such nonsense.
No, I find it very interesting. How did you two meet?
I'm a friend of... Oh, how did I meet Contessa? Her father was a client of mine once.
And did it work? She asks Contessa.
What would you say? And Contessa's like, oh, absolutely. He's a much more light-hearted man now.
That's amazing. I always heard you should always go for a run to clear your head. I didn't know there was such expertise around the subject.
A good centering exercise or a little pinch of fire moss will do exactly the same thing as 2 days of fretting. You must try one of these. He leans forward and just grabs a full rack of anchovies on what looks to be a single huge long grain of rice.
I will wait for one to come around and do it. Grab one.
Atticus
So what are your-
grabs, like
Oh.
one of the mango things that Asher pointed out, but then also just like some like cucumber mackie, you know.
So they are fighting a yeti, and apparently heard tell of a dragon that is in town. I missed out on all the adventure, it would seem.
A dragon?
Well, it's not in town yet, but we'll keep you posted.
Do you think it'll come? To
Doubt it.
Athkatla?
It was up north.
No, way up there.
I'd be surprised if it roamed down this far.
I was really, really worried for a moment there.
We were up by rivers.
It's mine and Zento's anniversary in 8 months. I didn't want anything to happen. To jeopardize it. I couldn't even.
Well, don't worry. There's already some adventurers from a guild out on its tail.
So it's a done deal then.
I mean, I don't think that they put the word out, but as soon as anyone heard about it, they were off on the journey northwards.
Well, that's good then. Oh, okay, good.
Lord Rocco, have you met this Kento that your friend is so fond of?
You bet what, sir? Repeat that?
Have you met this Kento that your friend is so fond of?
Zento. With a Z. So he's saying...
Yes.
He's saying partner's name.
Steven.
It, for some reason, I was hearing something. Okay, I have, yes. Spirited chap.
Celia is looking at Asher.
I am trying these anchovies on this giant grain of rice. And I seem to be very good-naturedly trying my best with chopsticks, but also just occasionally using my fingers to pick at stuff.
Every time you pick with your fingers, you feel like you're being watched, and looking up, at least one of the snakes on Pythia's head is just staring at you like,
I'm sorry.
I will continue eating.
So why are you leaving so soon? What are we going to do without you?
await my return, one
Yeah.
supposes. Unless any of you are interested in carrying bags, hauling cargo. You seem like you more favor swinging a sword than a luggage dolly.
They do.
Or perhaps our paths will meet again in the future. Have you had a chance to try out the treatment I provided you with?
Yes. Thank you. I was going to speak to you more about that.
Did you find it less disruptive than ill-advised previous methods you were
Absolutely.
partaking in?
Yes.
Very good. It was not the thing to be done, dear.
Well, it is a new city, and, you just swing and a miss, I guess.
Foolishness. Abject foolishness.
Forgive me.
Forgiven.
I'll pull some more things.
And what will you all do now? You have... Contessa's been vague on the details. It's not really something I profess to be that interested in. You have ongoing business with her partner's company. You had and have now parted. What's the story there?
We did some work for them, but it's completed now. Satisfactorily, I certainly hope, but they left the door open if we wish to work with them in the future, but we'll see where it takes us.
Should take you elsewhere, I would hope. Other doors, yes? Sorry, Contessa. Sorry. Other doors.
Well, I'm always looking for new doors.
Really?
Of course.
Good to know. Good to know. And no insight required. He gives Atticus a rather appraising look.
Atticus doesn't register that whatsoever.
Well, conversations can have become a bit stilted, and it brings me out in hives. So I'm going to retire. But Contessa, either side. It was truly, and he gets down. You see that he's actually surprisingly short for a human. He's maybe only around 6'1". He's maybe 5'5", 5'6", but comes round and goes to get, for those who look like they're going to be receptive, a very fleeting both cheeks. For anyone who it seems like they're not going to be, the offer of a handshake.
Before you go, will you leave me with more of your treatment?
Not an actual begging, I would hope, because unlike other things, this should not endure. Very well. I would rather travel light, so for 2 gold, I'll give you everything else that I had in the fire moss variety.
Thank you. You do me a favor.
And he reaches into his robe and pulls out a briefcase that is too large for his robe, and just shuffles a bit your plates along and sits it down, folds it up, and it looks like the shelves of a full small shop inside his briefcase. And he takes 2 very nice, almost like velvet fold over pouches, almost like art tool pouches, and puts them on the table before clasping it back up and into his robe. And
Oh, do this move with the gold in his hand. I am going to miss you.
I will return,
Yes, you better.
like the passing of the moons or an unpleasant rash. Not that I'd know, to Atticus. And he's like, right, well, farewell.
I will just tuck those away in my bag and get back to grabbing more things off the conveyor belt.
And you are left with Contessa.
He seems
what is
like
the
quite
play?
a chap.
Oh, he is, right? We were at this thing, and I'll look at Contessa to just kind of like key her in, like, you know, make her feel included. We were at this gathering at someone else's place, the Viscount's place that he's renting. And he's great. He's a bit of a musician as well, so it was a lot of fun.
Now I'm jealous that I didn't get to stay instead of going out in the cold.
He knows absolutely everybody, it seems. Doesn't much like the night eyes, though.
Well, I mean, you know.
He describes it as wet work.
Well, it is, isn't it?
I mean,
Let's say an underground organization.
I think it's exciting to be included and to be part of it. To be effectively, Zento has said it's described that the name is Maul, but he says I'm much more than that.
I don't think Asher knows what that means, but I do.
So what are you
The
doing?
weapon?
So what are you doing now then? Are you just doing adventurous stuff for now?
Yeah, so I've just got to get up that coin for the license to open my shop, so it's working.
I've told you I can just speak to my dad.
Oh, and I would love for you to do that, but I do want to make, most of my way there on my own.
Okay. Are any of you looking to open any sort of stores or need any sort of licenses? All I have to do is flutter my eyes at my dad.
That's some power you have.
Only child, I guess.
No,
What
no
about
stores
you?
in my future.
Do you want to open a store? Or do you have any wishes or ambitions?
I don't think I'd like to have a shop. I find it a bit boring having to get up and go and do the same thing every week. I used to want to. It sounds very stupid. I love the idea of having a boat and just going and fishing all day and then, sailing back to shore in the evening and selling all the things I'd caught to a place like this before going back and sleeping on my boat. But I mean, Zento pointed out that it was stupid. It would have took me away from the city.
Good idea for you.
Yeah, but the way he put it is my dad would miss me. Zento would miss me because his work his work stops him from coming. So it's just a bit of a fanciful thing that wouldn't really work. He said he made it. He the way he puts it, Athkatla is where I'm needed. He said.
Lida is sort of like eyeing Asher. I think she can feel her intensity, like just emanating like a bit of like a fiery presence.
We'd certainly miss you too, for what it's worth.
Oh, very nice.
We would. Although if you did have a boat, I would absolutely come out with you on it.
Oh my god, boat party. So
Yes.
cool.
Can any of you fish?
No, but I would learn if you were on a boat all day. Think of it. We can learn. We can totally do it. Get a boat.
I
mean,
can
how
catch.
hard can it be?
I mean, I can catch little fish, but I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how to use a fishing rod.
I'm sure there's people
I'd need to learn as
teach
well.
us.
I just lift them out the water, which I suppose is cheating. But
There's all sorts of potions that use fish ingredients. Tell to me. We could be business partners.
in another life, I suppose.
Yeah.
And yeah, she looks very slightly sad, but for just a moment.
Well, anyways, I don't know what to play it, but you'll obviously enjoy it, right? I always love to play.
In fact, yes, I should be getting along to meeting him. He's going to be wondering where I am.
Oh, is it tonight? Yes, you need to go.
Yep. And she just reaches in to like a pouch, in her robe and is like, I don't know. And just takes a handful and puts like, you just eye that she's put like almost 20 gold in a little mound on the table. It's like, if that doesn't cover it, please, let me know.
Right.
And like looking at the bowls, you'd be surprised if her meal has come to like 3 gold max.
I would have given her the whole thing.
Yeah.
See you soon, kind of goodbye.
Yeah, and it's just the 4 of you.
And I will just look at the others. Looks like our meal is covered. And I will just shove that money kind of over toward Bithia for all of us. And Contessa, who's here?
You find good friends, don't you, to pay your way.
This was a happy surprise.
Life
That
is
kind
full
of
of happy
friends.
surprises.
Well, hopefully.
I will let you know when you are cut off, when you need to reach into your own pockets.
Thank you. I'll just look back the other. So what do you think of Rocco?
I
Is that to
mean,
the gang, did you say, yeah?
Yeah.
friends in high places. He sounds like somebody who I'd like to, keep in contact with,
Oh yeah, he knows everyone.
Although it kind of seems that way. Well, to me, it seems like Contessa does too.
Yeah. Does. Shame about that boat dream of hers. But oh well.
I mean, she could certainly do it, but not with Zenta in tow, that's for sure.
Obsidian
Yeah.
will. Oh, sorry. Obsidian will just lean quickly to Thera and go.
I'll take a brief walk. It's a bit crowdy.
Do you want
Okay.
some company, or you
I'm
okay?
alright.
I'm gonna
Starts running to the farm.
lean over.
With the priest, obviously.
Oh,
Go on, you lean over.
no, never mind.
By the way, I forgot to tell you something to be aware of. We were stopped on the way back to the Adventurers Guild, Obsidian and I, by some guards. They are looking for 4 escapees, one of them matching Obsidian's description. I don't know if we got away by luck or sheer ineptitude. I kind of think the former. But we should be wary when we're traveling together. They're looking for 4.
I mean, that is definitely partly a problem with having such a distinctive companion. Not that you blend in, Sire. Sorry.
She says that she's trying to keep her feathered hair tucked away inside a low bun.
A low bun that's 6 feet 5 inches off the ground.
You guys like this place? Should they cooking some more things off the conveyor?
Oh yeah, it's super cool. Nice and healthy too. Got to stay in good shape. What with all the exercise we're doing.
The wine is good too, right?
And as you say the wine is good, over your a shadow falls over you. Behind you see the almost 8-foot tall form of Kosov with a tiny little tray. And do care for more.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, my dude.
I'm good, thank you.
Do you care for something non-alcoholic?
Tea would be lovely.
Green or breakfast?
Green.
He just turns the top on the jug and pours out. And green tea now comes out into your cup.
Do you have something spicy I can add to it?
Sprinkles just some chili flake into it.
Thank you.
Give it 1 minute before you drink. And he carries on his way round.
So are you guys going to need any downtime? Or are we back to whatever the next job is tomorrow?
I think there's much to do. There's potentially a dragon threat, and I actually enjoyed the icy adventure we had. It felt good to be back on the road and to be useful. And like with the farmer, we couldn't save a lot of the people, but we made sure that no one else got hurt. It feels good.
It was nice having a vacation, but Gotta get back to it, I guess.
And the good news is that, there's, for him, he never hurt anyone. So if you're still having some, uh, ideas about not wanting to hurt anyone, or if it's uncomfortable with you, you can still very, very much be useful. I mean, he wasn't, but I think you could be.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Speaking of your run-in with the guards, I was followed by a woman. Well, I was walking back from hanging out with Contessa.
When was this?
Second day after you left, I want to say. They kind of all blur together.
What kind of woman?
What I could tell, she wasn't a guard or anything, right, Jim? It was just a generic looking
No, she
woman.
was.
She was a guard. She looked very guard-like, so they definitely... I don't think it depends on us being all together. They for sure have all of our descriptions. But I don't know why they're not acting on it. So, hopefully, the next few jobs we get, we're able to keep our head low, or at least be out of the city for any action.
What was the captain of the guard, right?
Well, it wasn't Jim. What it just says a woman, so I don't know if it's any guard I've seen before.
Not a guard you've seen before.
Yeah.
A fairly young, late 20s, early 30s woman with almost like back length red hair.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
just
I'll describe that to the group.
the man who stopped us also had red hair. I mean, it must be a coincidence, but it's odd. They're not common.
D&D. Anyone with red hair.
It's the Carrot Gang.
All arena. I mean, yeah, I bet that's just a coincidence, right? I doubt they just have told all the red-headed guards to be on watch for us. But who knows, baby? I don't know this city.
I don't understand. The man who stopped us, he had good cause to, at least do a more in-depth interrogation. It's almost as he just wanted us to know that they knew.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, with your getting stopped and then me getting tailed, it just seems like they very much know who we are, but they're just not acting on it yet. And as I'm saying this out loud, I'm realizing that Obsidian is just out on his own in the city. And I'm wondering if maybe we just want to do the buddy system going forward.
He wanted to be alone.
Uh,
But I don't disagree with you.
should we go try and find him? Or do you think...
I'm finished with eating. I
Well,
wouldn't
yeah.
mind.
And
He
while
probably
this
went off
conversation,
to eat that dog that you found.
Meanwhile...
while this conversation's taking place, Obsidian, you stepped outside. Anything in particular you wanted to do? Where the hell are you on the map?
Just sat
Oh, there
just
you are. Okay.
close to the yeah, they won't be looking far. That's
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, he'll
So
just
you're
he'll
sat
get
outside.
like he will be from time to time he will look towards the entrance, but he kinda gets his he's a bit scatterbrained, I suppose, because he does look towards the entrance to the building, like sort of out of the paranoia, like sense of duty and such, like just to monitor what's going on, if people are moving in. who goes there and so on. And then he also takes some gets some suspicious glances towards the dog.
Looks like the dog's now gone.
Oh, okay, yeah. Cool. Yeah, so just a bit lost in his thoughts then, and from time to time just him monitoring glance, nothing much. Genuinely just sort of taking out the trying to get his head clear from all the noise of the inside with all the people around.
Okay. But yeah. A conversation inside. No, go on.
Sorry. I imagine Syrah would with all the observance that's going on, Syrah would probably notice that there's not been much eating on Obsidian side.
Can I take this to go, please? To Pithia.
Of course you can. One moment. She just, from underneath the counter, a white cardboard box. It's all loaded into, tied with ribbons that you notice have little, almost like snake heads on the end, and tie up. There you go.
Thank you.
Ayla. She just gives back and carries on.
Are we ready to go?
I'm gonna shove the rest of my in my face and take a last little of the rice wine and then push back from my chair.
Even when you're finished, you have 14 gold change. Contessa just it starts to look increasingly like Contessa just spends money like someone who has no real understanding of the cost of things. This meal was paid for 8 times over.
Yeah. Cynthia, can we start a tab with this?
If you want another 14 gold's worth of sushi, then yes.
Absolutely. Can I come back this week?
Yes. Until you spent 14 gold.
I will see you later.
You're gonna be here every single day.
Oh, if I can. It's so good.
Have a good night.
Thank you, you too.
Hey.
Oh, he's right here.
I got you this.
Guy.
What was that?
Kosov just Athkatla just stroll out of doors, never closing any door behind him or any establishment.
They don't have auto close. I mean, come on.
Yeah, so you find
This is a high fantasy campaign.
sat on a little bench outside.
We good?
Yes. What is this place with the lights? She asks Asher, who seems to be in the know.
That place?
Yeah.
Do I know, Jan?
It looks to be a bar that is more a style of a nightclub, what we'd call a nightclub than anything else. A very bright, noisy, drinking establishment.
I think it's just a bar, but one of those really loud, dancey ones. Not a sit down and drink kind of one.
You mean it gets louder?
Yeah, no, so much louder than you could even. Yeah, probably one of the louder places you'll ever be.
Terrifying prospect.
Yeah, as we get into sort of mid-evening now, and obviously we're looking at wrapping up the session in a minute, what's everybody's intentions for the night or for the next day? What do we want to be doing next so I know what to prep?
I think Asher was going to head back to the Adventurers Guild and see what jobs are posted tomorrow. Get back to it, earning money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A couple of minor errands to deal with, but
Yeah. Okay, then that's what we'll
That's
do.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, like-
if Obsidian wants to do the tattooing session soon, or
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Most likely, and right after that is done, Obsidian will be looking to revisit the blacksmith who
Yeah.
made the first
The farm.
rune.
So
And
should
yeah,
we,
the farm.
we can do the farm in a side note unless there's anything specific you want to address. So we'll start tomorrow with start tomorrow morning with a bit of tattooing and or were you planning on doing the tattoo and the blacksmith tonight? Tonight in game.
But
Yeah.
depends when
Okay. I'll
when
flash a few.
when
I'll
Siren.
flesh a few things out. But yeah, we will leave that there for tonight. We will be back next week. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.